A North Carolina PE teacher is bicycling across country this summer to raise money for people with spinal cord injuries. Now, biking 3,500 miles in the summer would be tough for anybody, but this man, Michael Bowen, is himself a victim of spinal cord injury. Bowen broke his neck in a car accident 4 years ago. He's making the cross-country trip to provide encouragement for other rehabilitation patients.
You know when you've talked with them and they've gotten something out of it, whether it's a smile or a nod of the head, or they come up and say, yeah, you've reaffirmed some things that I chose to try to forget.
Reporter Jennifer Howe will have a complete report on Michael's trip tonight on Eyewitness News at 10 o'clock.
Another handicapped individual who is out doing it as we speak is a North Carolina school teacher who is bicycling his way across the country this summer. Michael Bowen started his trek in Wilmington, North Carolina on June 10th and expects to wind up in Los Angeles sometime during the first week in August.
Now, it's a strenuous journey for anyone, but Michael Bowen is a little different. On the Night Beat news specialist Jennifer Howe talked with him today, and she joins us now from the newsroom. Jennifer, aside from the distance, what makes this trip so unique for him?
Well, Dick and Shelley, Michael Bowen broke his neck in a car accident in 1985. He partially severed his spinal cord in that accident and was paralyzed from the neck down for some time. But Michael was able to fight his way back from that injury. He wanted to make this cross-country trip to try and provide some support for other people who have suffered spinal cord injuries.
Joe, nice to meet you. Good to meet you. Pretty good. Heard a lot about you.
Michael has already visited 20 rehabilitation centers since he left North Carolina. He's still suffering some effects of the car accident. He has no feeling in his body from the neck down, and he's partially paralyzed on his right side.
That's a hindrance, but I don't dwell on that. I know it's there, but I don't dwell on it.
All of his energy for now is channeled into these patients, many of whom have suffered similar spinal cord injuries. Michael says he wants to show them how to fight back.
You know when you've talked with them and they've gotten something out of it, whether it's a smile or a nod of the head, or they come up and say, yeah, you've reaffirmed some things that I chose to try to forget.
One of the women riding with him says this trip has changed her life, that she can tell when their message is getting through.
Well, you can see the light up in their eyes and the determination. Tomorrow it's going to be a new situation for me. I'm going to really give my best shot.
Yet Michael cautions them about taking it too fast.
Setting some very short-term goals, and a short-term goal, for example, may be to wheel myself from 4 or 5 feet, and that's it for the day. A lot of patients set goals that are too high and unrealistic. They don't attain them, and they get discouraged, and it just leads to a very negative aspect.
And that's pretty much why Michael is fighting his own injury to make this trip, to show them all that there are ways to fight back, and that he knows what they're going through.
The first few weeks was just a matter of looking within myself and saying, you've got to do your best. Either you do your best or you sit here and you do nothing. So I chose to do my best.
Michael plans to visit a rehabilitation center in Ogden tomorrow. After that, he'll be biking to Las Vegas before heading out for California. Dick and Shelley?